It's got to be said, look how clean my room looks. Look how clean this is. I cleaned it all up yesterday. And it's just ever so nice. I've got to wipe the side. Somehow I've managed to spill tea on it or something, I don't know. I need to wipe. That surface constantly they need to wipe in. I need like an automatic wipe. But yeah, it's just so clean and so spacious. I like it. I've taken the arms off my chair as well, so I can get closer to the screen. I've sorted out my daily vlog today already. I'll say that. It's 10 o'clock. Should be done by now. So that's all rendered and uploaded and all described and the comments replied to and whatnot. And I am jumping into some other kind of work which I need to get done at some point in my life because I'm terrible at things recently. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dressed, and we've had a breakfast as well. I had a late breakfast today. I had cheese on toast at about 12 o'clock-ish. I normally find when I go swimming I have breakfast really early, but then I'm not really hungry enough for lunch, but I need to eat something before I go swimming, so it's like a weird, I end up going swimming, you know what I mean? So, no, I don't know what you mean, Jimmy. What are you talking about? But yeah, so that's all done and dusted, and I'm getting back into some video editing. I've been editing this morning. I'm working on it again now, jumping back into it. In fact, I need to brush my teeth, yeah, haven't I? Edited! Ooh. That video has taken me so long to edit. But, ladies and gentlemen, it's not going to be uploaded today. I'm going to save it for next week, because there's no point rushing it out now, is there? What I'm going to do is, I said I'd put a blog post with it, so I've got to put a blog post with it. I've got a load of photos I've got to produce with it as well, and I haven't had time to go through and edit them in the same way I haven't had time to do this video. So what I'm going to be doing is, and your eye is also super dusty. Hello. So yeah, because I've just been crap at editing videos, I've also been crap at writing blogs that are supposed to go with the videos, editing photos that are supposed to go with it, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to delay it until next week. When I come back from swimming later, and I'm thinking of heading out now-ish, I'm going to film this made me feel better about myself. Sounds a little bit. I'm going to film my programming video. Battery died. Yeah, I'm going to try and film my programming video that I've been meaning to film for a long time. But like this has been in the way of it, so I've never really got around to doing it. That was weird. So yeah, I'm going to do that tonight. I'm going to go through and sort out my blog and sort out all of that kind of stuff. And I'm going to launch. I don't see the point in rushing this out the door relatively half prepared when it's already been delayed by so long. I may as well get it all up and running, and not even it up and running, get everything else up and running with it, and then I can relaunch into it all next weekend. Obviously I've got this evening and I've got tomorrow, most of tomorrow, I believe, especially tomorrow night. I'm going to play tennis tomorrow, but yeah, so I've got things I can do and stuff, but I apologise for keeping this video from you for one more week, but it's already been long enough, you know, it's already been long enough, that's fine. Okay then, so plan of attack now is it's 2:30. Is it too early to go? I think 4's the best time, isn't it? We discovered, leaving here about 3:30. So that gives me time to go through and pick out some photos and kick my chair like an idiot. Pick out some photos and stuff and work through all of that malarkey instead of rushing out the door. I think it's quite busy now swimming at the moment. Last time I went at this time. So if I aim for 4 o'clock, swim till 5, get back here about 6, cook my dinner, finish that by 7, finish eating by 7 as well, finish washing up by 7 as well. Maybe able to pull down a microphone and start recording by 7:30, means we finish 7:30. I mean, finish filming at 9:30 in theory, and we move on to working with stuff. Right, these jeans. Look at that, look, it's like a tear there. Turns out, every single time I put my hand into my pockets, every single time, I've never noticed this before, until I've got a tear there, but I always put my hand there, like that, put my finger into that hole, and then slide my hand in. So if I do it on that side, look, finger there, if the hole was there, it would be in the hole, and then into the pocket. Isn't that annoying? So now every time I put my hand in my pocket, I get my bloody hand caught in that bloody hole, and it's driving me mad, but it's not good enough reason to buy a new pair of jeans. So yeah, I think that's a legitimate plan of attack then. Wait for this one, sort out the daily vlog, sort out the photos, sort out the blog, record the next one, hopefully get that edited and up and running so that I can spool it up for the weekend after, potentially live stream The weekend after that, back into the full swing of things. That's what that sounds like to me. This video has been in the way. I've wanted to make it, but it's just been, it's a bastard to edit, is the short thing. Like, it's more of a, I don't know, it's not funny. It's not like a funny video, which are always the best ones to edit. So, but yeah, so that sounds like a plan to me. With 45 minutes to spare, we ought to get into some stuff then. No point wasting time, is there? Onwards and outwards, let's go the same silly way we go swimming every week, and always think, why did I go that way? And then realise it's because it's easier to vlog that way. I'm happy that I've managed to finish that video, even though it's not going up today. And part of me wishes it was. I think it's enough for me to be like, right, yeah, it's worth it to try and do things now. Like, I've been putting things off because, well, this thing's got to be finished first, and then I've been finding the creation of that thing to be relatively boring and not getting much out of it. But then now it works, you know. So yeah, like I say, the past couple of days, you guys have probably noticed, been having a bit of a crisis, and I've been going a bit mental. It's a weird one, isn't it? It's a very, very weird one. Because I don't know, I feel like I'm starting too much stuff, not finishing enough of that stuff. I feel like there's loads of things I want to do, but I just can't do it. Like, time spent working on things is wasted. It could be spent on other things, like going swimming, wasted time. Why not working on other things? But then I go home, work on other things, and I just sit there, not doing anything, bored. So yeah, I think I'm on an upswing, I think. It's important to keep on top of that as much as possible. So hopefully I managed to film tonight. That's the dream. That is the dream. Filming. It's a relatively quick dinner tonight anyway, because I'm warming something up instead of cooking it from scratch. So the sooner I start filming, the better. It's a programming video that I've been trying to make for a long time, and it's going to be my last try. It's going to be my last attempt at making it. Otherwise, I'm not happy. So, right. Anyway, but that's by the by. We're going swimming at the moment. We're heading back up to where I normally go on a Sunday swimming. It's going to be a change. I went on for seeing on Friday. I went to Bath, didn't I? 2 days ago. God, feels like ages ago. But I went to Bath, where they have a £30 million swimming pool, and it's bloody gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It's nice and cold. It's nice and clear. It's just really bloody nice. And now I'm going to this grotty little public one. Oh dear, eh? Living bloody first world problems, isn't it? Jeez Louise. At least it's cheap. It's not even as cheap as a uni. Well, uni's £9 grand a year, I guess, so swings. But I'm glad that I've got back into swimming and that lot as well, and tennis and stuff. Like, it gives me something to do on the weekend. It also kind of locks up my Sunday, like it reduces. Well, it doesn't lock it up at all. I've still got time to go, like, to town or whatever. Bloody bee, right in my ear. Ugh. Ugh. It shivers right down my spine, that does, when you hear buzzing that close. The vibrations like resonate right through my soul. But no, yeah, I'm glad that I've got back into swimming and all that kind of stuff. It's just a couple more months now, and I'll be back to university doing it properly then, instead of like relatively part-time and costing me money. That's still part of me is like, oh, I could just save this £2 because I'm gonna have to get petrol tomorrow, which I didn't budget for. It's kind of a thing that happens, isn't it? I bought petrol before the end of the month last month, so I therefore have to buy it again this month. But saying that, I've gone to Bath twice in this month. I wasn't expecting to do that. Friggin' bees, man. Keep it. I was like, I'm hearing ghost bees in my ear now. So yeah, I've got to get some petrol tomorrow when I go shopping. I'm like, well, I could save £2 and not go swimming, and I could do some work at home. I'm like, no, Jamie, because if you don't go, then you give it up. It's like a habit, isn't it? It takes a lot of willpower to start a habit. It takes a lot more to have one that's already running, stop it, then continue it again. I did 1,500 metres on Friday when I went swimming, and I gave up because my hands and feet just gave in on me. They started cramping like no man's business. So I don't know what I'm doing today. What I've noticed is this. I'm a lot more stable now with things like breaststroke. I'm a lot more like, I can go for like 500 metres and be fine at the end of it. so I don't need to do like 100 meter, 100 meter, 100 meter rest, 100 meter rest. I've also noticed that my heart rate isn't really dropping, it just stays locked at 160, and I think 160 is relatively high. Well, no, it's high for what I'm doing compared to what I used to be able to. I used to be able to walk through things twice as hard as this and only get 120 heart rate. So my heart rate is still, it's not coming down, which is what I want it to do. But things like my front crawl and my backstroke, anything other than breaststroke essentially, haven't tried butterfly, like they're just not very good at all. So I think I need to pay more attention to them, and I'm going to assume that the majority of that is down to my legs, which I don't think are pulling their weight, but they obviously do in breaststroke because they're kind of forced to. So I think the main focus now isn't necessarily the distance in breaststroke, but being able to keep up things like front crawl for much longer, like much longer. So I'm deriving in my head a number of sets to do. I'll end up like warming up with breaststroke and then launching into some kind of front crawl, but for longer distances, and then maybe shorter rests or something. I don't know. Got to figure that out, because the aim of the game is bring your heart rate down and improve all of the other strokes, apart from obviously breaststroke, which again I assume is down to my legs because they don't pull their weight, but we'll see. So seeing as I've already done 1,500 meters this week, I'm not aiming for a high, like I'm not aiming for 2,000 meters. I'm aiming for more, you know. Oh god, as I'm left, as I'm getting dressed, my hay fever goes absolutely mental. I sneeze like 8 times. Oh gosh, I can feel them. I can feel the sneezes in the back of my throat. They want to come out. I can feel it just here, the top of my nose. It's like, I'm going to sneeze, Jamie. I'm going to sneeze. Oh. But that was a bloody good swimming session, ladies and gentlemen. Look at all these plants, you bastards. It was bloody good swimming session. I did 1,000, I don't know what I did. It wasn't a repeatable pattern. I kind of did like 200 meters breaststroke, then 100 meters breaststroke, 100 meters front crawl, and then like one where I do 25 meter sprint, then come back doing just kicking on my back, sprint, kicking on my back. And I was reducing the breaks in between everything, and I did 1,200 meters in the first half an hour, and then I got to about, where did I get to? I got like, I was plagued by cramp twice but soldiered on. I think it was 1,300 meters, cramp hit me hard. I had to get out and go and have a walk, have a drink and whatever, come back, got back in the pool, carried on going, and then cramp hit me again at 1,900 meters, got out, and I'm like, come on, we're going to make it to 2,000. And then I was so annoyed that I didn't get higher than 2,000, that I did 2,100 meters to make up for that difference of when I was out of the pool having cramp. But I did 2,100 meters in 2 hours and got out to deal with cramp twice. So I essentially did 2,100 meters at about like between 50 and 55 minutes, which is really, really good. It was nice and empty. So when I got there, I'm like, God, I can see a load of snails in the fast lane. All these snails pissing about, just like having a good old happy bloody birthday, having a swim about. But they graciously moved out of the way when me and this other guy got in, and were like 3 times quicker than all of them. But yeah, so that was good. I was bloody proud of myself there. I was a bloody good swim, and I got my, well, no, lowering my heart rate, I got it up to 180. So almost. Also, guess whose bloody birthday it is today, ladies and gentlemen? It's mine. I've just found out that Domino's have 50% off of pizzas all week if you spend £16 or more, and that's not a bother. That's not a bother at all. And got an email from Sainsbury's saying if you buy 6 bottles of wine, 25% off. Happy bloody birthday. Get in there, mate. It bugs me how on this sign there's 3 people, yeah? This one's in focus, and then they put like fake depth of field on it. I want to know what kind of aperture they're using to get that bloody blurry. Because Jesus. I ummed and ahed then about getting some donuts from Sainsbury's. I'm being a good boy. I'm just heading home. Just not lose the exercise, okay? By putting on some rubbish fat food, when really what you want is protein eggs. Let's just eat a fucking egg. Yeah. Well, I've had dinner and things haven't particularly gone to plan from there on in. It's now, hello, there's my Nexus. Hello, boy. I need you. I need you over here, mate. I need you. Bloody sat right there now, nice and pretty. I got in and as I was eating my dinner, Dad rung me, and he was like, "Hey, what you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm eating my dinner." He's like, "Oh, cool, I'll ring you back in like an hour." And I'm like, "No," because I was going to start filming this 2-hour long thing in less than an hour. But now that he's gone, been talking to him on blower, and it's nearly 9 o'clock now. Everything seems later to me than it should be. It doesn't feel like it should be 9 o'clock. It feels like it should be about 8 o'clock. So I don't know what's going on, to be honest. I think I've got in my head that I went swimming at 3, but I didn't. I went at 4. I think that's just blown my bloody mind. It's blown my bloody mind. So I didn't get back here till about 7:30. Thingy, didn't finish eating till about 7:30. Waiting for Dad to ring me. Right, setting up. So, we're going to be filming. I've moved the webcam over onto this monitor now because I genuinely hate looking at that monitor. I hate having that as the main monitor. Something that really bugs me, especially for programming as well, because I know they look the same size. They look like marginally different, but this is 24 inch, that's 23 inch. But this is like, that's widescreen. That's not quite widescreen. It's got a little bit more length at the bottom. So you'll notice that, like, if this, like, the start menu lines up with the bottom of that monitor. So I've basically got that in full screen mode all the time on that monitor. So I prefer it. But I've got my setup sorted out. I've got my Nexus to listen to music to, so I need to close down Spotify so I don't accidentally play it. Problem is, it's like always recording me, this thing. So it's a case of, like, there you go, look, that's what it can see at the moment. It can see Tumblr. But then I'll be in the corner programming. Like this, I'm not going to lie to you, this 2-hour long chunk of footage is most likely going to be sped through at about 50 to 100 times. It's just going to blitz through and then be edited heavily, and then I will be talking over it. Like, I'll either talk over it like as a thingy, or I'll cut away to me stood up here talking to and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I've set up like everything that I need, so I've got all of the code, like everything set up so that it's all working within Visual Studio, so I don't have to do it within the website itself and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's what we're doing now, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna have a whale of a time. The problem is, halfway through this, the lighting's gonna drop. So, do I preempt that and put the lights on now? I probably should. Probably should. It doesn't make that much difference, does it? But it will do when it gets dark out. Also, look, I've got to, like, everything is so precisely set up. I've got to, like, fold myself onto my chair. Oh god, that doesn't feel right. Oh, there we go. Right, so, are we ready? Are we ready to rumble? Are you ready? Are you ready? I feel like I'm ready. I've got this over there. We need to change the white balance though on that webcam. White balance is horrendous, isn't it? It's all blue. Now I feel like a burp because the windows are open. Also, I went to, because like that's obviously my entire monitor on there. I opened up this window to mess about with my thingy, and I went over to here and started fiddling with it, and I'm like, why would it let me move it? And then the whole screen started moving. I'm like, I realised my mistake. I figured this out now. Right then, shall we get into it then, ladies and gentlemen? I think we should. I've got the mouse over there. I'm gonna try not to use it though. I'm trying to use my keyboard on its own. On its bloody own, mate. On its bloody own. Right, let's get all this set up as possible. Much better, as good as possible. I don't need GitHub open. I don't need that open either, unless it closes that. No, it doesn't. Happy birthday. Don't need Hearthstone open. I'm just closing Windows now. Are you excited? I know, right? I'm not proud of myself either for gelling my hair before I start filming. But even though it's like thingy at whatever time it is at night. But look at this. Look, hold on. Come on. Come on, camera. Oh man, look how dirty that mirror is. It's like the one thing I didn't do. Look at this. Look, I got my hair cut the other day, didn't I? We've got this guy over here. Look. I'm gonna try and do this. I'm a survivor. I'm gonna make it. I'm a survivor. Why are you so long? I cannot catch you. This guy's a beast. This guy. And this guy. How did you guys survive the haircut? Okay. It's got two, like, just a couple of long, really long spikes there. Hello. Hello. Finished the challenge. And I'm not going to spoil how it went because it's a main channel video and I've recorded the whole thing. I've got to turn it into a main channel video now. Not going to spoil that part, but that was really good fun. I really enjoyed that. It was touch and go. It was touch and go. Man, it's late now. I finished it early though. I did it in 101 minutes. And I'm not going to tell you how the results came out. But I'm partially proud, partially bloody annoyed. But we'll see. We'll see. I'll explain in the main video. But that was really good fun. I'm glad that I soldiered on through it. It got to about like 20 minutes in and I'm like, oh, this isn't working. I need another idea. And I sat and thought of a new idea and I got one and I ended up having to dive into old friggin' university notes to figure out exactly what I needed and stuff. That was fun. I'm like, hold on, there's a name for this, what I'm trying to do. Bang! That's what it's called. Friggin' there we go. And then I looked into my notes, realised my notes were a load of shit. I just googled it anyway. But yeah, that was good. No, my notes were comparing like 3 different options that I had. And the one I thought of was the one I wanted. So I'm like, right, that's the one I want. But it wasn't the one. Well, was it? I don't know. Words. I may film. Look at this setup I've got. Look, I've got the microphone is around here. It's wrapped around the leg of the desk, so that I can put my knee underneath it without kicking it or pulling it out of the microphone. Because I'm a genius, guys. I actually am a genius. People don't give me credit for how much of a genius I am. It's really unfair. But ladies and gentlemen, it's late. It's 11:30. I'm going to have a shower. Oh, my neck. Oh, God. Did you see that creak? That was horrible. I'm going to have a shower now, and then we are going to go to... probably going to go into bed with my laptop and churn out, like, Google Docs about, like, the script that I'm going to say to go around that video, I think. I think it's best off doing that as soon as possible while it's still fresh in my mind. But yeah, so I'm going to have a shower, get rid of the smell of chlorine. Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? We're having a bacon sandwich. We need to get the bacon out. Yummy. Yeah, we're going to have a bacon sandwich in the morning. We're going to sort out my daily vlog, this vlog, and some stuff. And Lewis is coming to pick me up at 11 to go play some tennis. We're going to play some tennis and stuff, so that's how it goes. We are heading to Bath in order to do it, because it works out cheapest, essentially. It costs us like a tenner for the 3 of us, including travel, which isn't bad, for 2 hours. So, he's driving me though, because I drove to Bath the other day and I don't want to drive again. Can't be arsed. I normally drive anyway, so YOLO. He'll be driving, and we're going to play some tennis. We're going to talk about some business stuff that we're doing together. Well, I don't know. Those two are doing it. I haven't got time for that shit. But yeah, so there's that. And then we're going to go shopping. In fact, we ought to check when Sainsbury's is open too. Probably important. Fucking closing at 7. God damn it. Who do they think they are? Who genuinely do they think they are? My store never closed at 7. We soldiered on into the night. So yeah, cool. We're going shopping as well. Potentially doing this challenge again, but I don't know about that because this is technically like there's another challenge after the challenge I've just done, and that one's newer and more fandangled. So I may do that one tomorrow. I may save it for next weekend. It depends how much time I've got on my hands. I don't think I've got an awful lot of time because of shopping and that lot. Could always do it midweek because it is only like 2 hours out of my day. If I actually start it at 7 and not 9, then it doesn't turn into 11:30, does it, when you bloody start finishing it? So, yeah, I'm gonna have a shower and I'm gonna have a chill. I'm gonna chill down right down to the core, and I'll catch you later.